All right, two equipment and system updates here. One with the Great Lakes, I think it went pretty good. The one with the 310, we still got some issues here. But follow along, please. Well, hi there, it's Ron Rogers, and I'm going to give you two updates here. The first update is not so bad. Second one on the 310 is not so wonderful, but I'll tell you about that in a second. But here is the Great Lakes. I've got my battery maintainer out there to keep my battery up, although I fly it enough during the nice weather that it shouldn't be a factor. Let's come around here, and I had a comment about my tug, and I wanted to do a little clarification on this. The axle broke here on this wheel, but what happened was this little strap I have here for holding the tail wheel in, I was going out to pick up the airplane. I just came back from a flight. It was in front of the hangar there, and I let that strap kind of dangle, and what happened is it went and it wrapped itself around the wheel. It wasn't because the axle failed with the load. The strap wrapped itself around the wheel. It came to a sudden stop, and it just snapped the axle through one of the little pin ports there. But the guys at Fine Field Aviation welded it back up for real nicely and got that to work. Now the other thing that I'm doing here is the video processing has been quite a pain. My MacBook Pro is a 2019, so it's 5 years old. It's got the i9 processor, not so wonderful. I'm getting a new MacBook Pro. It was supposed to come today. They said if I ordered it by 4, I'd get it today. They lied. I'm getting it tomorrow. But it's got the M3 Max chip. It's got about 40 gigs of RAM, and the super fast processor. And I had been using some software for the photo editing that it was a freebie, so you know what happens on freebies. It doesn't always work the best, but I've got the Final Cut software that Mac provides. I never used the iMovie. I kind of forgot about that, unfortunately, but I'm going to use the Pro Cut Final Cut because it's supposed to be really good editing software. And when I was doing this video editing, it was just bogging down, terribly slow, and it was just horrible. So the new computer, the new software should work just fine. And the other thing is I did not have the ability to do audio into the GoPro. This is a GoPro 9, and you don't have the ability to put audio into it, so I have to do it separately. And at times I was doing voiceover, but now I've got a new setup here, and we'll see how it works here. I've got actually it's up over here, and I've got a new little audio recorder. It's amazing how amazing they can make these. This new audio recorder, and there it is. And I have a breakout cable, and I'm going to hook it up and see if it works. So we'll do a little test here and see how it works. So this is what happens if you automatically have time-lapse set. Yeah, if you're not getting airsick from this, you're not trying. So there's my setup breakout. There's me talking through the headset because that's the way it's going to work. But as you'll see, there was a little bit audio distortion. So I'm going to have to work on that. But I got a lot of settings, a lot of things to mess with. So it'll give me a lot of stuff to play with in my retirement. Okay, so let's give this a try. I've got the little recorder here. And look at that, it's got the cute little record there. And we're going to play it back here. Okay, well that's a little bit distorted. Yeah, I'm getting ATC communications in there, so that's good. So it's picking that out. Yeah. That's me talking. Okay. Well, that was interesting. Obviously, the squelch is an issue. I've got to work on that. I'm learning here, getting the new toy, so this should get me the audio. It sounded a little bit overmodulated there, so I've got to play with that. But as I was talking in there and was cutting out because the squelch wasn't quite set right, is the whole aspect that Amazon has a great return policy. Half of the reviews said that the breakout cable didn't work. And so that wasn't very encouraging here. This is the breakout cable here that you plug into the audio jack on the headset there in the intercom. So that was working, and it did work. So that was encouraging. And now I'm going to do a flight and give it a try. And I'll be able to add the MP3 files. I'm not sure which is best, MP3 or they have WAV files too, and they have different bit rates and stuff like that. So I got to figure all that out and see what the best settings are and stuff like that. That's the fun thing with these devices. You got millions of settings. So we shall see. Follow along with the great adventure, and hopefully I'll have some good audio along with the flying video in the future. All right, and you're asking, so what is the update on the 310? Well, unfortunately, it is now July 9th. And of course, you know, the whole annual started in April. Still got some issues that need to be corrected. The still got the same EGT drops at 1,000 RPM on number 5 cylinder on this one, and over this guy, number 6 cylinder, and of course the whole issue with the vacuum pump. Now I did have a suggestion from one of the followers of a cooling setup, and he actually gave me the link from Sporty's Pilot of a setup, and I talked to my mechanic about that, and he says, yeah, that's a good idea. And he showed me a couple setups that they had in the hangar there they were working on, of airplanes that had the cooling setup. So gonna do that. Hopefully that'll be a way of solving the problem and still have the very slight possible oil leak. It looks like it's kind of evaporated. The oil was all clear, but and you know, those are the major problems. So those have to be addressed, and it's been for the last week and a half. I'm going to get to it routine, and of course being out of sight out of mind takes a lot of reminding, let's put it that way, gentle reminding. But you know, all the mechanics that they typically get, now they got some great mechanics there, and guys who are, you know, they're not going away, they're not going to the airlines, but they get the young guys and they like that nice airline job, you know, and they come and get a little bit of experience, then leave for the airline. So it's as I'm sure a lot of you know who may have airplanes and working on it, it is hard to keep mechanics in the civilian population, and I mean that by, you know, little airplane people like these, not the airlines. So anyway, that's the update. I was told today it's going to be looked at. Of course, I was told that yesterday and the day before and the previous week, but hopefully something will get done. Stopping by on a daily basis maybe seems to help. Who knows? But anyway, we shall see. Those are the updates. Thanks for watching.